Every day, I get hundreds of questions about ads, like how much should I spend, who should I target, and how long should I send these ads out for? I'm going to be answering all these questions, but first, let's answer the most important question. What is the point of ads? Let's first answer what it isn't. It isn't to blow up your game right away. You shouldn't expect, after making ads for a bit, that your game will just blow up and go to the front page right away. So get that out of your head right now. The goal of ads is to get an understanding of what works in your game and what isn't working. And it's for Roblox to see if the game is worth pushing out to more players through some of the game stats and player statistics that come out after ads. So how do we get started? Let's head over to Roblox's ad manager and let's create a test ad. You may be asking first, how many ad credits do you need to push out a game and get it popular? I say a good rule of thumb is above 20 ad credits. If you have less than that, that's okay. You might just have to skip a couple important steps. Truthfully, it really doesn't matter how much you spend because I've blown up a game with 25 ad credits. I've also blown up one spending over 100. It's all about timing, audience, and testing. Before we even think about ads, you have to make sure the game is completely finished and is tested by your friends or anyone who's willing to test it with you, and you also have to make sure there's no bugs or any game-breaking errors, because who wants to play a broken game? Alright, now that the game's finished, we can finally get into it. Timing. You should have a clear plan of how long and how many days your ads are going to be running for. And you should know before you start what days are more competitive and what days have more players than others. For example, Saturday and Sunday mornings have the most players on Roblox, but are also the most competitive for other ads. However, weekday nights are the opposite, which have the least players but the least amount of competition. So in the end, it's up to you to pick your poison of what you choose. You can either choose to have your game sent out with more players, but run the risk of competing with other huge games. It's really a game of sacrifices. Audience. You want to cater your ad to the best possible audience you can, while still going after players from all across Roblox. Like if your game's primary audience is male, you're not going to advertise it to both male and female. You're just going to target male to get the highest quality audience you can. Same thing goes for devices. Almost all of Roblox's users are on mobile. But if you have an FPS game that is extremely hard to play on mobile, you want to advertise to desktop, because when mobile players join, they're not going to get the best experience and it might sway your stats wrong. Targeting the right age group is also really important. Unless your game is specifically targeted for teenagers, you don't want to advertise to 13 to 17. You want to advertise to 18 plus, because many kids on Roblox lie about their age and make their age way higher than it actually is. And that's how you can still target the correct audience for your game. Regions don't really matter too much, but if you want to target the highest paying customers, you can target USA and also Europe. But really, it doesn't matter too much. This is the least important out of the four. Testing. Now that you have your audience and your times, we need to do some testing. And what I mean by testing is that you need to test the icon and the game name. Have a couple different icons and a couple different game names ready so you can do a couple different ad runs with cheap amount of ad credits just to get a general idea of the numbers. Make sure the only difference you have is the icon and the name so that there's no other factors that go into it. Once you have your data, you want to analyze the CTR versus the qualified playthrough rate per user. Choose the test ad run with the highest out of all the test runs. Just for reference, a good CTR is about 3% and a good qualified playthrough rate per user is about 2.25%. Anywhere around there is okay. And it's different for each game and each niche, so don't be discouraged if you have less than that. If you have less than 15 ad credits, I wouldn't recommend doing testing. I would just show all your different icons to your friends or someone that you know and give you honest feedback on which one is the best. Or even give it to like a little cousin or like a little sister or somebody that can just analyze it and just give you the best opinion, because they could be your targeted audience. Hopefully this video helped you out a lot with making ads. And if you have any other questions, please ask in the Discord. I'll be happy to help you with any questions you have. Thank you so much for watching.